Hi there, welcome to another episode of Moose Scrapper. Just as promised, today I'm going to be scrapping some braided wire that you find in a lot of things like power cords. I have some power cords there from a computer, from a VCR, from a fax machine. The tools you're going to need for this are a pair of wire cutters. You're going to need these to clip off the plug ends here, and I can show you how to get that brass out of there really easy. You're going to need a pair of channel locks to get the brass plugs out of the tips. You're going to need a utility knife that has a hook blade. These hook blades are fairly inexpensive, and they're also great to use to strip like Romex or solid core wire. And lastly, you're going to need a pocket knife. Of course, I'm from Maine, so it's got to be from Beans. Alright, so let's get started. Let's get to stripping some copper wire. Alright, so first we have, this is just a power supply cable for a computer. You just want to snip off the ends here. Alright. Now, I have a vise over here that's just a little bit off camera that you can't see. I'm just going to stick one end of the wire to the vise, and I'm going to take this utility knife that has the hook blade. If you can see that against the palm of my hand there, the hook blade makes it very easy to get into the tip here. So just get right into that tip and start coming down a little bit into the rubber. Alright, so now that we've stripped it a little bit, you just want to grab your wire and you can pull it right through. Just like that. Comes right out of that casing pretty easy. Now there is another tool out there put out by TNT Tooling out of Canada. It's a WSA wire stripper, and this would go through this like a hot knife through butter. They're a little bit pricey. They're about 70 bucks each. So I use the $4 tool instead. Braiding these wires, or actually stripping these wires, because the gauge is really small, there's not a whole lot of, a lot of people don't bother doing it. The amount of copper they don't think is worth it, unless you can do it quickly. If you can do it quickly, then it becomes worth your time. And that's, you know, the scrapper's way. I mean, what is your time worth, and compared to how long it takes you to get the metals out. So with this wire, once you've twisted it around, all right, the easiest way to strip this that I've found is to lie it flat on the surface of your workbench, alright, and take a just regular pocket knife. You want to hold it down on the side like this and just pull the wire right through. See that? And it strips that coating of the braided wire off quite easily. Alright, so we have the insulation cut off with a pocket knife. And then you just grab the copper and start pulling it through. Comes out. It's a nice bright wire there. And there you are. Easy as pie. Comes right out. Now, a couple of things you want to note is you can't really use a razor blade with this method because the blade is too sharp. It'll cut right into the braided wire. And your pocket knife can't be too sharp either, because it'll do the same thing. But